morning, everybody. Not sure I'll catch many people. We got a ton of sunlight. I should be outside. But I've been getting emails, and, I get it. People want proof. Just because I say it, just because I put it in print, this stuff actually happens. I get it. So, a few of you that are on Facebook, y'all saw it. Hey, the swag, how you been, buddy? But a few of you saw it on Facebook. I didn't post what type of radishes they were. They're sparkling white tip from Alexander Seed Company. Hopefully, you guys are able to read that backwards or it shows correctly. I don't know. Whatever. Anyhow, y'all know what size a normal radish is supposed to be, like the size of a quarter. Um, I don't think I have any quarters here, but oh, even better. There you go. Size $50. Quarter smaller than this, right? Ready? They measure 4-inch by 4-inch, and they're still growing. Day 40. Yeah, no joke, no kidding. A sparkling white is supposed to be about the size of a quarter, not 4 inches across. 3 going into 4, and like I said, still growing. That's a radish out of my yard, out of my test bed. Let's see what your radishes look like. Hey, there's my girl. Let's see what your radishes look like. Everybody's saying, I don't want the book. I don't want the book until I see the proof. I want to see the proof. I need to see your yard. I need to. There you go. There you go. And that's just test radishes. That's not even me trying. If I'd have been nursing them things and doctoring and going all out, they'd be a whole lot bigger than that up here in Cleveland. So there you go. You wanted proof. You wanted proof. And that's give or take, that's about roughly the size my garlics grow to and bigger. I should probably do onions in that same test bed just to stop all of this. Yeah, well, just because you wrote it down doesn't mean you're right. I really should. But my lack of work, lack of book sales, lack of this, lack of that, lack of everything else. We won't go into it. We won't go into it. I'm running out of my Bobby sponsored coffee. So that's going to put a damper on that. Issues are issues are issues are issues. It is what it is what it is. But like I said, I only come on and I posted it to Facebook. Some of you saw it come out of the ground right on Facebook. But others that question my system and question what I've got going on here, that's a radish out of my test bed. 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. 4 inches, everybody. 4 inches across. These are giants. They're only supposed to be the size of a quarter. That's it. Yeah, a little bit. Dude, I don't know, Dishwag. I don't know. Look, I spent 15 years perfecting this and figuring all this stuff out about Mother Nature and what we had forgotten. There's my sweetheart. And I spent another 5 years writing the book and getting it down to something everybody could understand and everybody could have fun with. I spent $16,000 getting it to print this past February. And what's everybody say? I'm not buying that book until I see proof. There you go. There you go. There's the proof. And yep. I haven't seen you around, Dishwag. How you been, anyways? Ugh. Oh, yeah. Deborah. This time I'll actually get the ruler out. I posted this to Facebook a little bit ago. I'm getting emails galore. People want proof. Want proof. They don't trust the wizard. That's a radish out of my yard, out of one of my test beds. They're only supposed to be the size of a quarter per the package. Surprise, surprise. Guess whose system works? Nope, that's a radish. Now, you want to try that in your yard? How would you like to have your garden growing like that? And remember, these are the things that you grind back into the soil that you forget about and let go bad and let turn back into nitrogen. Can you imagine this much nitrogen affixer stuck in your garden waiting for next year's planting? That's what works on my system. This is what you get, and they're still growing. Don't misunderstand. I pulled this. This is 45 days. This is only 45 days. They're still growing. One or two have gone full maturity and have gone to seed. I figured, okay, I'll sacrifice one to show everybody because I'm tired of getting the emails. Show me, show me, show me. Here you go. That's what comes out of my test beds. That's what I turn out on my system. This is the seeds. And these are outdated. This was from 2013 seed pack. That's how big they grow. Now those are quarter size, right? I mean, look at them. They're little itty bitty things with a single root on them, And I went in and I checked. I checked the website and I checked what everybody says. It's only supposed to be the size of a quarter, and you slice them up or dice them up or do whatever and boil them down or put them in salad or do what have you. So this is where the seed came from an outdated pack just sitting in my garage. I figured, what the heck? I'll try. I'll give it a shot. 320, you'll love this. Brace yourself. Proof is in the pudding, right? Here you go, 320. There's a radish out of my bed. That's what they look like in my garden. And that is solid. That's not mushy. That's solid. That's a radish out of my test bed, and they're still growing. There's the proof. That's what comes out of my yard. That's what comes out of my garden. My sunflowers, 45 days, Only 45 days, 4 feet tall, good $half stalks, perfect leaves on them. They've already gone to flower. The bees were invading this morning. We couldn't even sit on the front deck. And that's just from one of them going to flower. The other 3 haven't opened up yet. That's in under 45 days. That's what happens in my soil. Because it's not about what you feed. Because that was the first question somebody asked me on Facebook. Oh my God, what fertilizer are you using? Not. I'm not using fertilizer at all. I'm using the food web, the stuff from this book. Well, keep in mind, uh, um, Dirty Rotten. Here's the thing. It's a 30-day plant. Okay, it states right on the package to put this thing a ½ inch in the soil. Go a little deeper. Go about an inch. That's just my advice, especially if you're following my system. Go about an inch and make sure you've got that thing covered before you water it the first time to get those seeds started. So refrigerate it, then bring it out, put them in, and lay your garden out with them. And they can be planted every 30 days. Elegant Homestead has another word for it, succession gardening, I believe, where you plant 1 week, and then a week later you plant, and then a week later you plant, so that they come into germination. They come into their maturity week after week after week after week. Go to Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware is still hosting. They are actually still selling plants that can be planted this time of year. Get a hold of M.I. Gardner for your region and get what you can. He's got stockpiles of heritage stuff he's grown, seeds he's grown. M.I. Gardner. That's the name of the channel. It's in Michigan. He now has a web store. He actually has a storefront in Michigan. You can actually drive up there and go see him. I don't know if you'll catch him at the store because he's another one of those. I'm so big I don't have time. You know, I'm going to go and lay low and what have you, because I'm running out of everything. I'm running out of energy. I'm running out of steam. I'm just did my 41st cut today. Didn't even think to photograph it because the lawnmower broke. The carburetor fell off the lawnmower. It's just, it's going to be one of those kind of winters. I can tell it's coming. No work, no sales, no. So yeah, the Wizard's probably going to go away for a while. I'm a little tired too because I've been helping out Jerry, woodworking and what have you. He put a shout out and needs watch time. Don't worry about it. I did it. I buried him. And he's complaining about it because I commented on every video I watched. 70 plus videos. I slammed him all weekend. But when you call Ron or you call the Wizard for help, I'm coming in spades, and I'll turn on every computer I've got and bury everything you need. And there's a lot of computer power sitting here. But anyways, I was only coming on just to give proof in the pudding, just to show it's there. It grows that way in my yard. And my system works. So naysayers, please stop the emails. Please stop asking to see what's going on. Now I know you guys are getting sick of this at this point. Here's the proof. Here's the radish. Just one out of a bed of what should have been 150. Um, yeah. So there you go. And Will, if you're in there, they're still growing, buddy. They're still going strong. Heads up. You may not want to plant radishes next year, Will. I know you have enough trouble keeping up now. Uh, well, some people do. You know, it's the armchair. Yeah, that's the word. Armchair quarterback people, and I get it. You know, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't question ourselves, and we probably wouldn't go as far as we do with some of the stuff we do. Some of these YouTubers are absolutely incredible, and it's because they get pushed. It's because the questions are asked. And that's why I always say, always, if you have a question, please leave a comment below, and I will do my best to get you an answer. If I have to come on and do a video about it, it's me and you face to face and we're talking about it. That's how I wrote the book. If you haven't read it yet and you're still considering, that's how I wrote the book. It's like you and I sitting down, having a cup of coffee, discussing what I screwed up and how I remembered and got it right. It's got nothing about, oh, well, I just did the research on the internet and I wrote a book. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a somebody now. No. I did all the mistakes. I spent the 20 some $1,000 on chemicals and had the worst yard in the neighborhood. I've been there, done that. I'm surprised I don't have a certificate from the city saying what a great weed grower I am. And we're not talking about that kind of weed. When you follow the NPK system, you're bound, 100% bound to not only destroy your soil, but get the best weeds in your area. But then I woke up, or more so, and I'll put it just like I put it in the book. I was sitting down there in the yard that day with them pumpkins, all upset because I had lost half a bed in huge, beautiful pumpkin plants and what have you. I didn't know what I had done wrong on the NPK system. Good afternoon, Texas Life, Julie. Um, where was I? I was rambling. Shoot. See, I'm trying to keep up with chat. I have to refocus and then, oh, yeah. So I'm sitting on the ground, drinking my cup of coffee, all upset. A day after I've thrown out all these beautiful pumpkin plants because they all died, they all got a disease that I didn't know anything about. And it was like my father come up behind me and smacked me in the head and said, "Hey, stupid." And I reached into that soil and I pulled a handful out next to the one good growing pumpkin in that bed. And it woke me up because there it was in spades, and not 2 feet away in another handful was nothing. Using the NPK system, I had stopped my soil from being able to grow healthy plants. And I woke up. And you gain all the benefits just by reading this book. So why spend $25,000 on wasted chemicals trying to fix your yard, fix your gardens, and fix your flowers when it's just an understanding? And I give you all the resources. Step one. I couldn't do it because of the publisher, because I didn't have authorization. I now have authorization to talk about that one. Maybe I'll come back and talk about that on a different video and really lay into it. But you want to get there, and you want to get there quick, get my book. You can still do stuff now to get ready for next year. I know we're going into fall. This is prime time, everybody. If you're into gardening, this is prime time. You really want to know this information because there's a lot of resources getting ready to come out of the trees that you really need to have. No, I don't. I've not done an audiobook. I've been asked to, but I have not gotten to that point yet. Um, the book's not big enough. Why would I, dude? Look, look. There's Miss Chris. Hey, hey. I'll put it to you like this, uh, Dirty Rotten, and and look. There's a lot of there's a lot of people here that know this individual, and I don't care if he's lurking or not. I'm gonna say it. Okay, so brace yourself, and everybody's gonna back me up on this as soon as I say it. We have a YouTuber who has the book. Now, I really questioned it, but I went ahead and I sent the book on because it was paid for. But I questioned it. Bobby McNutt, Mr. Crayon himself, Mr. Goody Goodbar, who can't get off couch, read this book, was entertained by this book, even though he was on carburetor cleaner heavily that few weeks. He's now hit the coffee and read the book, and he gets it, and he enjoyed it, and he read it many times. And y'all know Mr. McNutt. Y'all know the guy's out there. Y'all know he's a barrel of laughs and a barrel of monkeys that probably can't read instructions. Just saying, he's my buddy. He's my brother. I would instantaneously move down into his neighborhood just to hang out with that man. I wouldn't party with that man. There ain't no way, because I just don't do that. But I'd be there for that man. Great guy. But if Bobby McNutt can read my book and get it and be entertained, you have no excuse. Because well, Bobby needs them big crayons, the really, really big crayons. Because, well, he's Bobby. So y'all are up to speed now, right? Right, buddy? You get it? I understand it's hard to read a book. Lady in England, great lady in England, went through this book in an hour and a half and got it. We were on a live stream the other day just to back this up even more. And every time I had a question as to what page it was on, Bobby McNutt was the one that spoke up and knew exactly which page it was on. Anybody can read this book, my friend. Anybody. There, there you go. See, Texas Life Julie read it in under an hour. There you go. Were you entertained, Julie? And no, I'm not doing this because I meant to do this before. Hey, you're the gamer. What's going on, buddy? How have you been? Oh, Ryan, my bad. My bad. Nope, my bad. Look, I'm sitting too far back and I'm old and I've got dirty glasses on because I was out in the yard doing yard work. Um, so I don't think anybody new has come in. Um, well, sorry. Really, Julie, really, come on, it's me. You don't think I would put funny stuff in there that was, I mean, this stuff happened to me. Seriously. And some of the things my neighbors said to me, um, well, we cleaned it up a lot. Oh boy. But I couldn't put that in print because it wasn't adult approved. Oh boy. So I'm going to do this one more time, just once, one more time, just to show it. And then I'm not going to pick it up again because I'm almost at my half hour mark that I wanted to shut down on because I know some other channels were talking about coming up and coming online and they're paid for channels or they're monetize channels. But last time I'm going to show this, Texas, I think you've seen this. I'm not positive, but I'm going to show it anyways. This is out of my garden today, and they're still growing. This is a radish out of my garden. No, really, seriously, I had the ruler. This is a radish out of my garden. I just pulled this a little bit ago on Facebook. That's a radish from my yard. And they're still growing 45 days here in Cleveland, Ohio. They're still growing. They're going to get bigger. You want nitrogen? You want something in your soil that's going to help your soil? There you go. If you're on my system and you plug those little itty bitty microscopic seeds into your soil, I'm Mr. McNutt. I'm sorry. It is a radish. I'm sorry. And here's the proof. Here's the seed pack. Alexander Seeds, and it's outdated. This is 2013 package from Alexander Seeds. I've gotten so many emails, Bobby, saying, show me proof, show me proof. I'll get the book, show me proof. I don't believe you. Just because you put it in print doesn't mean it actually happened. Well, there you go. I know you're sitting there going, yeah, but you could be faking that, Ron. No. You know, you guys know what a radish leaf looks like? Well, and I'll try and stay still because I know I'm shaking a bit. That's a radish leaf, right? Right, everybody? Anybody that's ever grown a radish, there you go. These are radishes. Sorry, Bobby. That's not an apple. Nice try. Well, there you go, Sleet Stack. On my system, you get them the size of an apple, 4 inches by 4 inches, and they're still growing in my soil. That's day 45. I'm not going to pull any more this year. I want the nitrogen fixers in the soil. Well, absolutely, you could. Absolutely. I offered one to Rusty. He said they're too damn big. He'd never be able to eat the entire thing before it went bad, even sitting in his refrigerator. So he turned it down because it was too much of a radish. He said if they were smaller, he'd take a couple. But yeah. And Rusty's one of my neighbors. He's one of the guys referred to in the book that I competed with. One or two of you have seen him before on other of my videos, but heck, the first video I did when the books came in, that's Rusty walking in the room with me when I opened the first case. So there you go. People wanted proof. I was tired of the emails coming in. There's the proof. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. Now, I don't know what all the nutritional value is of a radish, and I could probably go look and find out, but yeah. Well, that's a start, Ryan. That's a start. Grow your garden next and get canning. Yeah, the camera adds 10 pounds. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that's That's what grows in my yard. That's the kind of stuff. When I say I'm taking something to the test bed, it's to find out what's going to happen, because that soil is so rich, so organic, so alive. I have a walkway alongside it so that I'm not compressing anything. I lean into it over the cage so that even Missy can't get in there and run through it, because she's wiped out the other bed. What a great dog. She has literally wiped out the other bed, dug it up, twisted it up. I'm in the process of trying to prep it to get it ready for garlic, and people sit back and go, "Wait a minute, why are you prepping a bed?" Well, I have this thing called a Missy, and you guys know uh, Picker Rick's dog, Elvis. Well, Missy's got longer legs than Elvis, but you'd swear they were the same dog, just boy and girl, what have you. Um, Missy thinks everything's a game. If I take a little bit of hay and I try to sprinkle a little bit of hay, Missy thinks she's supposed to run over there, grab a hold of a mouthful of it, and then take off to the other side of the yard with a mouthful of hay. Hey, JC, if I take a shovelful out, Missy's going to take 10 minutes and dig a hole. So for every step forward, she takes me 5 steps back. It's absolutely hilarious, and I'm having a great time with it. But so how's Miss JT this morning? How's everybody? Didn't get a chance to ask anybody how you guys are all doing. I'm running out of coffee. I'm just about done. Thank you again, Bobby. Thank you so much. Yeah, I heard they knocked that down, Chris. I heard they've dropped that to a category 2. So by the time it hits the mainland and comes in, it's just going to be a basic storm to everybody. And I think it's funny that they've had the mandatory must leave the area, and then yeah, I think that's kind of funny, but uh so yeah, I'm running out again, Bobby, and I'm not going to ask again. I'm just going to go quiet this time. I'm just going to, I'll be out there. I will do what I need to do and help people as they need it. Oh, I got you. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the next 2 videos. Uh, there's no real demand for them, and I'm exhausted. I'm not recovering. I've got some issues that they're my own. Well, yeah, because it would be bouncing off the cold that we're starting to get here. You know, it's wherever the CIA wants to send it next. And I'll put my tinfoil hat on. You know, I'm sure President Trump wanted to go to Mar-a-Lago this weekend. It was a nice 3-day weekend. Somebody decided that, yeah, they wanted him someplace else instead. So, yeah, they cranked up a good storm to keep him out of the islands, to keep him out of his golf resort. You know, one of these days we will fire up a tinfoil hat stream. We'll just go. Um, but I'm going to have StreamYards working by then. And no, it's not that it doesn't work for me. I just have not stopped long enough to mess with it. I need to now, because another channel has done a icon shout out for my channel, And I want to return the favor and show you guys the icon, but I've got to have StreamYards running to share it with you. So yeah, if my health situation improves and my situation improves, I'll look at. But you know, it all goes along with running out of coffee and everything else. So it is what it is. I'm, you know, I really did think the book was going to do a whole lot better. It really did, and I banked on it. I really banked on it. And it didn't. But you know, I set out to just make the information available. I set out to make sure we didn't lose this passed on information. I wanted to leave a mark, if that's what you want to call it. Um, so I wanted to leave my mark on the world. There it is. I'm done now. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done now. Yeah, in a sense, in a sense. And I understand a channel that I helped a lot. One or two of you here know about it. Is still slamming me and doing everything she can to keep channels away from me. Hey, to each their own. I don't. It's yeah. And that's look. It has come around and bitter, and it continues to come around and bite her. You know when uh, karma is that the right way to put it? When karma comes back around, you end up with a whole new batch of people because the adults go away. The adults don't like that. Um, and I will not say the channel here, okay? Because that's not me. I don't slam channels. I'm not into that kind of. I'm into supporting everybody. You guys, okay? You guys are incredible channels, and the content that you put out is phenomenal, and I'm here to support. I'm not a drama channel by any means. I'm the soil guy. I'm not here to. Um, but the damage done is the damage done. You know, 18 weeks, whatever time I spent, 13 weeks, whatever it was, whatever amount of money it cost me. Okay, okay. I mean, legitimately, it cost me to be there to help that channel as much as I did. Okay. Um, I didn't ask for anything. I didn't expect anything. Was it 17 solid weeks? Okay. Well, I was there to help, and that's what I did. And anybody that was along for the ride knows all I did was help. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't talk about anything. I didn't go into my own book. I was there to support that channel only. That's all I did. This wedge got driven between us because I had to return to work to go snowplow. And the wedge has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where that channel is now dictating what people are allowed to come watch, and I'm not one of them. It's forbidden. Whatever. It's not that big a channel. It doesn't make that much difference. Bobby may talk about it later. Not my world. I don't care. When I come to support a channel, I'm there to support a channel. You guys all know me. I follow your rules on your channel and support you in the best ways that I possibly can. That's what I do. I'm not into all this other stuff. I could, sure. But am I going to be doing myself or the book any good by slamming another channel and turning it into a drama channel for one problem? It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't add up. Um, so yeah, I'll just stop on that little offset. But somebody here needed to hear that. Somebody that's in attendance. To be dictated to by any channel. Don't go to this channel. That's a problem. That's a problem. Um, oh, anyhow. So yeah, avoid the storm, everybody. Everybody be safe. JC, did you see the radish? Because I'm going to shut off. I'm actually not feeling good. I don't want to discuss it, but yeah, I need another need another coffee infusion, Bobby. But I'm not asking. Don't just don't. Um, okay, I'll do this one last time and then I'm gonna stop. Okay, everybody, one last time. Is that all right? JCT, this is the radish. So you can go. I think you can see that top one, sparkling white tip. Okay, from Alexander Seeds, and it's outdated. They've been sitting in my garage for years. Okay, they're supposed to be the size of a quarter. I don't have one with me, but I have this $50. You all know how big a $50 is. Ready for this, JC? That's a radish out of my test bed, and they're still growing. This is 45 days. Yeah. So when I say I'm going to go test something in one of my test beds, this is the kind of stuff that happens. Um, yeah. Now, if you've got the book, no, I don't even think I mentioned it in the book, and Bobby can back me up on this. No, I did not put it in the book. That radishes are a natural, all organic nitrogen fixer for your soil. So anytime you see radishes, if you have gardens, flower beds, whatever, go ahead and get your hands on the cheapest radishes you can find. If they're cleaning out their cabinets and cleaning out their shelves and what have you, and they're selling them for a quarter, go in and buy all the radishes you can and put them in the soil. About an inch. I know the package says a half inch. Okay. But if you're doing my system, trust me, you're not going to want that much out of the soil. You're going to want it deeper. They grow in 30 days. They can be pulled in 30 days. But get your hands on radishes and load your bed up. Do not pull them. Sure, eat some, but don't pull them. There's about 100 in every package. Right, right. But this is a natural nitrogen fixer. So when you come in the following spring and plant your regular plants and you run into one, just slice it in half and keep it buried. Do not pull it out of the ground. As it breaks down and the food web thrives, the nitrogen gets released back into the soil. Remember, nitrogen in a lot of cases is just directly out of the air. So if you've got something that you can plant, like clover or radishes or whatever, get them in your soil. Radishes will run a deep, deep, deep root. That's living and dead organic matter for the food web to thrive on. So get your radishes in there. And those of you that have done your fall prep work and what have you, or thinking about doing your fall prep work, we've still got time. We've still got time. Radishes are 30 days. So if you're getting ready to fold your bed up for the winter, go ahead and throw radishes in. If they come up, they come up. If they don't, they don't. Don't worry about it. It's all it's going to do is help your soil all winter long. And that's where we're at. All right, I'm at 46 minutes. Everybody, I greatly appreciate you stopping in. I didn't intend on being here this long. I was only going to be on for about 15 minutes. But I appreciate all of you. I really do. I get a kick out of it every time you guys come around. I don't want you all thinking that something massive or drastic is going wrong. Now, lack of book sales, lack of work, lack of this, lack of that, lack of the other. Things are what they are. And I'm running out of energy and not feeling great, and things are catching up with me. I've grown up on a heavy duty protein diet my whole life since I was 19. And for the last month, there's been zero protein. So my body is really, really, really not happy. And it's taken a toll on me, a big one. Not asking for help. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Anyhow, appreciate each and every one of you. You know where to find me. I hope you enjoyed seeing proof in the pudding. The radishes are there. The soil works. The book is good. And Jerry, if you catch this later, glad I could help, buddy. We'll talk to y'all later. I appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do from the bottom of my heart. Blessings on all of you. Good luck. Have a great day. We'll talk to you. Have a good one, everybody.